And today is April 12th, 2025. And the day is, you know what day it is. You know what day it is. Yeah. It's Saturday.
It's Resurrection Friday, kicking the ballistics on WIMS. Yo!
Yes, it is Saturday. A super kick it Saturday. 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 Yeah. Saturday.
Girl meets boy on Thursday night.
Saturday. 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 Yeah.
Girl meets boy on Thursday night. Boy was high, girl fly like kite. They hold hands until next day. Boy, then let's go
We're
hit
back
his
on
boy.
that
Boy was
roller
like
coaster
his boy.
of love, baby. Roller coaster of love. Yeah, man. This Kings team, boy, I tell you, it's so hard to love this damn Kings team. Roller coaster, up and down season. First we're winning 3, then we're losing 3, and we're winning 3, and we're losing 3. These Kings and having different opportunities to do different things and just failing and letting the fans down at certain points of the season, and then stepping up and looking real good like they can conquer the world, and then losing 4 in a row. And oh man, this season, man, I tell you. And I'm not gonna act like the Clippers are like some easy pushover team. The Clippers, there was a stat saying that they were like 17-18 out of their past 20 games, I want to say. So, you know, this Clippers team is rounding out and having a lot of chemistry and looking really good at the end of the season, right at the time they need to, right before playoffs and play-ins and all this other stuff starts up. So the Clippers are playing how they should be playing. You know, they've developed a lot of chemistry over the past couple months. James Harden is playing well. He's playing really good at point guard. He averages over 10 assists a game. Kawhi Leonard is back from his injuries. And with Kawhi Leonard, they're giant beaters. They're a good team. You know, they're a decent team. They got Derrick Jones Jr. out there high flying, catching alley-oops, and Zubac, who's a banger. He's a grown ass man out there. You know, he's giving his offense and giving you punishment as well. You know, and he plays defense. So I'm not gonna act like this was an easy team, but in my opinion, I felt like for most of the game, they were attainable for defeat. I feel like the Kings should have beat this team. And at the end, you know, Clippers executed better than the Kings. They were able to, you know, get their little layups. And to be honest, the Clippers offense, they had a lot more easier shots than the Kings offense. I mean, they caught an alley-oop, you know what I mean? They stole the ball from Levine for a Derrick Jones dunk. James Harden dribbling to the basket with ease, with very little resistance. Where the Kings, you know, they're getting bumped and they're getting, you know, teams are playing defense on us. You know, we're having to take turnaround jump shots or, you know, end of the clock, you know, floaters or bad shots or, you know, these harder shots. It was harder for the Kings to score at the end of the game than it seemed like it was for the Clippers. Yet and still, the Kings were able to catch up. At one point, I want to say they were up, but in the end, the Clippers were just better at executing than the Kings were. They got better shots and looked more cohesive, you know, catching alley-oops and getting their big man the ball low, you know, down low, deep under the basket. And James Harden, you know, he was the reason for a lot of that and his distribution and his leading of this team. And maybe that goes back to the Kings kind of not having that point guard. I mean, they have a point guard. They have guys that can play point guard, but their best player, their franchise guy, was a point guard. So when you trade that away and you don't get a franchise point guard back, there's going to be a little bit of a hole at point guard. It's not going to seem the same. It's not going to feel the same unless you get another point guard that's exactly the same as the last point guard. I believe that's what a lot of this was. They were being led very well, executed very well, and played defense when they needed to play defense good enough to hold the Kings back. And the Kings didn't do themselves any favors, taking hard shots, missing some shots as well. They missed a few shots. Few shots that normally go in for these guys, like DeRozan missed a couple midi-game shots. Sabonis kind of missed a couple little shots that were close. Levine had like free throw jumper that missed. So a little bit of poor shooting as well by the Kings. And there's a reason why the Clippers moved up the ranks, moved up the standings, because they were down by where the Kings were, down in 10th place, 9th, 10th place. But they were able to get it together, and they have moved up in the rankings. And the Clippers are now in 5th place. So that feels about right. That sounds about right. I just feel like the Kings have had some opportunities here and there throughout the season that I just feel like weren't really taken advantage of at all points. Bottom line, the Kings morning after. Bottom line. Today's bottom line is, the Kings would like to play this play-in game at home. You know, so don't botch this. You got one last chance, Kings. Go beat these Suns. The Suns have nothing to play for anymore. It could have been a situation where the Kings rested their guys because they won and they took advantage of this opportunity to be in the play-in. But no, they didn't win. So everybody's going to have to play. Everybody's going to have to start. I mean, the normal starters are going to have to start for this last game versus the Suns. Beat the Suns. You guys need to beat the Suns. You want home court in this play-in. It's already hard enough. It's already bad enough. You got to play 2 games to get to the playoffs. My opinion, this team was a decent team. They were good enough to get at least 500 to be up there in that 6th spot. But it didn't happen like that. It didn't end up like that. So now they're in the situation where they got to win 2 games. Play at home. You guys want to play at home. Don't hope on a Dallas loss. Go out there and beat these Suns who have nothing to play for. Do not let these Suns be world beaters. Hopefully they're not even going to be playing Devin Booker because the game is meaningless to them. And to be honest, for all extensive purposes, the game is meaningless to us because we're going to be in the play-in spot. But they want the home court advantage. You want to be at G1C. You want to be in town, in your hometown for this play-in game. You got 2. If you beat Dallas, you're going to have to go face either 7th or 8th, whoever that is. It's either going to be, and I'm looking probably too far ahead. We need to be focusing on this next game, which is against the Suns. But 7 or 8 is Timberwolves and Grizzlies. So if you do beat the Dallas Mavericks in the play-in, you're either going to have the Timberwolves or the Grizzlies to face after that. So it's already a hard enough challenge. Go ahead and get this done at home. Stop playing around. Stop messing around. Go out and beat these Suns. That's my bottom line and my cup of joe. French roast, 1 creamer.